This broadcast of Stoughton High School Boys Basketball is brought to you through generous support of these WSTO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. The UPS Store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The three things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSTO programming. Radio Shack and Hanson Electronics of Stoughton. Your local U.S. Cellular and Dish Network authorized dealer. Pizza Pit of Stoughton, a proud supporter of WSTO programming and the official pizza of WSTO's staff.
Welcome to Stoughton High School for high school boys basketball on this Tuesday night. James Weingard with you from Stoughton High School, and tonight it is Badger South Conference boys basketball as the Monroe Cheesemakers come in to take on the Stoughton Vikings. Great to have you alongside with us here on this auspicious occasion, I would say. As you look through the stands tonight, you see a lot of people in red and black. Perhaps a coincidence that tonight is Valentine's Day, but probably more so showing support for the Monroe community, of course, being in the news of late. Very tragic circumstances in Monroe where 3 students lost their lives in a car crash at the end of last weekend, or this past weekend. And there will be some mentions of that throughout this home contest here tonight. And again, Viking fans showing their support, wearing a lot of red, a lot of black. The cheerleaders, the dance team also wearing red and black here tonight as well. And we will get our starting lineups here in just a minute. Monroe comes in at 4-5 in the Badger South. They're 9-9 overall. And they are 4th in the Badger South Conference. Meanwhile, the Vikings are ranked number 9 in Division II. They dropped down from a higher ranking earlier due to a couple losses over this past week. Vikings still in first place though in the Badger Conference. They're 7-1, and Badger South Conference, I should say, and they are 15-3 overall. Teams met a few weeks ago in Monroe. Vikings won 71-68.
Stoughton community wants you to know our thoughts are with you and your community as you start to move forward. At the first time out of the game, we will take the opportunity to do a miracle minute and the passing of the hat by our student section and sports boosters. Tonight, our team stands with yours. And now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over the heart for the singing of our national anthem, tonight performed by Divine.
National anthem sung by Divine, the girls' choir group here at Stoughton. The teams stood out onto the floor together tonight for the national anthem, alternating Monroe then Stoughton, Monroe and Stoughton. So another show of support there, and we'll have a special thing through the stands coming up at the first timeout. And right now we're going to get our starting lineups first for the Monroe Cheesemakers and their coach, Brian Bassett. All right, so we're ready to go for high school boys basketball here tonight, Badger South Conference action. And again, for the Vikings, DiBenedetto, Peoples, Fernholtz, Slaby, and Nate Kruger gets a start tonight in place of Tommy McLean. And for the Cheesemakers, it's Tyler Elmer, Braden Zettel, Carter Saudi, Dylan Beaver, and Alex Tordoff. And we get ready for our opening tip here as the Cheesemakers come in off of a loss to Monona Grove 79-78. They beat Fort Atkinson by 19, lost to Oregon, and then beat a team out of Illinois, Lena Winslow, 75-44. Vikings coming off of a win against Seymour here on Saturday, and off we go. Alex Tordoff with it for the Cheesemakers, just below the free throw line, and he'll throw it off to the corner for Saudi. Out to the top for Beaver, stops toward the block. Kruger cuts him off over there. Now to the wing for Elmer, down to the corner. Inlet pass to Zettel, back to the outside. That's going to be a 2, and that's no good. Darvell Peoples had it, lost it, and was knocked out by Monroe. Just about 30 seconds gone here in the first half, and the inbounds play goes to Troy Slaby for the Vikings. Slaby across the timeline. Vikings 7-1 in the Badger South, half game in front of Edgewood and Monona Grove. Peoples backside for DiBenedetto on the block, and comes back out to Peoples on the wing. Slaby near side, Fernholtz, Kruger outside DiBenedetto, free throw line. Now Peoples winds up for 3 and can't get the bounce. Rebound comes down to Dylan Beaver. Long pass down to the corner, tried to get it underneath. Zettel thought about taking a 3, lost the handle on it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe, and it'll be Stoughton's basketball. Minute and a second gone here in the first. Scoreless thus far, and Slaby runs the floor for the Vikings. Slaby across the timeline, being challenged by Zettel. Fernholtz with it now, and Peoples near side, just inside the arc. Slaby has it again. Conference leading scorer, Troy Slaby, takes a 3 from the corner and hits. Troy Slaby for 3. Troy has a 22.2 point per game average coming into this one. And Elmer over to the wing. Zettel inside now for Tordoff. He's got it back. And now this side for Beaver. Backside up. That is a good shot there from Alex Tordoff. And it's 3-2 Vikings. 16-18 to play in the first. Slaby, Fernholz. Slaby gets it back. He'll wind up for another three. Air ball, way too strong. And Nate Kruger goes crashing into the pom-poms down there and actually sent one of the doors flying out into the hallway. Inbounds play coming for Monroe, trailing 3-2, 16:07 to play here in the first half. Tyler Elmer against Darvell Peoples in the backcourt. Elmer turns the Jets on, gets into the front court. Bounce pass near side, tipped away momentarily by Kruger. Collected, though, by Monroe as it gets into the lane. Jumper is no good. Nate Kruger has the rebound for the Vikings, and Max Fernholz has it. Now DiBenedetto in the corner. Baseline drive and a blocking foul called. First foul of the game against Tyler Elmer. His first, team foul number 1 against the Cheesemakers. Vikings, number 1 scoring offensive team in the Badger South, 81.2 points per game. They give up 62.1. And DiBenedetto off the glass, a little strong. Rebound tip. Jordan's got it back, kicks it out to Peoples, moves back to the wing. Slaby, they work it over to Fernholz, and Fernholz traveled. The Cheesemakers are the 3rd highest scoring team in the Badger South with a 64.1 offensive output this year. They defensively give up 59.1. So a much closer difference for the Cheesemakers than it is for the Vikings. Here's a little scoop shot for Tordoff. He's got all 4 of Monroe's points, and the Cheesemakers lead 4-3. 15-17 to go in the first half. Peoples with it, free throw line. Outside, Fernholz for 3. Nope. Rebound tracked down by Tyler Elmer. And Elmer with the pass up ahead. And that went to Beaver. Now free throw line jumper, short, and the rebound tracked down by Beaver for Monroe in the corner. Kruger and Fernholz have him hemmed in the corner, and then they get away from it down to the block near side. Jumper is good. Carter Soddy has it, and Monroe leads 6-3. Monroe beat the Vikings in the JV game by 14 a little while ago, 60-46. Here's Peoples from the corner, and that's short. Rebound tipped in the air. Kruger has it. DiBenedetto moves out to the wing. Jordan back into the lane and draws a foul, misses the shot, but he'll head to the line for 2. Foul against 20, Dylan Beaver. That's his first. Team foul number 2 against Monroe. And Jordan DiBenedetto on the line to try 2 free throws. Jordan's first one is no good. DiBenedetto is the 3rd highest scorer average-wise on the Vikings team this year, trailing Max Fernholz, who has 15.9. DiBenedetto has 14.6 points per game. Tommy McLean, Aiden McGee, and Brady Shipper into the Viking lineup. Second free throw for DiBenedetto is good, so that makes our score 6-4. Vikings 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and on the near side it's Tyler Elmer. Inside pass, got behind Dylan Beaver. Nice pass ahead, but a little bit too far in front of Jordan DiBenedetto. He can't catch up to it, and it goes out of bounds. So a turnover by the Vikings, trailing by 2 with 14-13 to play. Vikings have already taken 5 3-pointers and have hit but 1 of them. Elmer with the inbounds play, and he runs the floor and now hands it to Carter Soddy for Monroe. Soddy against Aiden McGee. Soddy all the way to the rack and gets it. 4 for Soddy, 8-4. Pull-up jumper from Slaby, sweet, from just inside the arc. And Slaby has 5. It's 8-6, 13:50 to go in the first half. Tordoff, coast to coast, overlaid it. McLean has the rebound, and now Slaby has it for the Vikings. Troy down to the corner. Shipper winds up for 3 and will not get the bounce. Weak side rebound. DiBenedetto lost a handle on it. Aiden McGee throws it back out toward the top. Slaby tracks it down out at half court. Slaby free throw at the top of the arc. Now Shipper. Slaby thought about it. Now DiBenedetto in the corner for three. That's a little strong. Rebound is pulled down by Saudi, and the Cheesemakers have it. 13-13 to go in the first half. Carter Saudi all the way to the block, out to the corner now, and that's a trip. Foul against number 3, Brady Shipper. That's his first, and the first team foul against the Vikings in the first half. 13:06 left in the first half. Monroe leading 8-6. And the inbounds play kind of fell out of Tordoff's hands. DiBenedetto has it. And outside for McLean. Now Slaby pulls the trigger on a three and knocks it down. Slaby has 8, and the Vikings have their first lead of the night. It's 9-8 with 12:50 to go. And a near side pass on the sideline taken by Jake Kind. Loose ball, and that'll be off of Monroe, should be, and it is. It'll be Vikings ball. Kyle Goodman and Aiden McGee, Kyle Goodman in. Jordan DiBenedetto goes out. 12:40 time remaining here, first half. Inbounds play goes to Troy Slaby, who runs the floor for the Vikings. Goodman down to the corner for McGee. Kyle's got it back. Bounce pass into the block from McLean. Heads to the left and scores off the glass. Vikings lead by 3 now. It's 11-8. 12:24 to play in the half. Full press now by the Vikings, and it's going to be Nick Schumacher in the backcourt against Kyle Goodman. Schumacher lobs it ahead to Tostrud, and they'll come over to this side. Bartelt with it. And out above the arc is Tostrud again. Through a double team, and down to the corner, into the lane. Nice dish across, left him by himself, and the ball hangs on the rim, but Kind able to get it to fall through. And it's 11-10, just under 12 minutes left. Here's Slaby, pull up three, drains that one. 11 for Slaby, 14-10. 3 threes already for Slaby tonight, and he's already into double digits, 6.5 minutes into the game. Help down to the corner, now out to the wing. Schumacher for three, and that's good. That is the first attempted three-pointer, first made three-pointer for the Cheesemakers. Slaby feeling it tonight, just inside the arc, knocks that one down, and a timeout taken by Monroe. Slaby has 13, and it's 16-13. We have a timeout on the floor, and a special announcement. Again, 16-13 Vikings. Sports boosters going through the stands, taking donations for the Monroe group affected by the car accident last week that claimed 3 of the Cheesemakers students' lives. And we have 11 minutes and 16 seconds here in the first half. Troy Slaby already with 13 points, beg your pardon. 13 out of the 16. So it is McGee and Kyle Goodman, Brady Shipper, Tommy McLean, and Troy Slaby out on the floor for the Vikings right now. They are giving a little extra time here during the timeout to allow for donations to be collected in the stands, which is a nice effort by the officials here as well. I think everybody has to be certainly on the same page to make as much of an effort as he can in a situation like this, as this is the Cheesemakers' first basketball game back in action here. And Mitch Bartelt will do the inbounding for the Cheesemakers coming out of the timeout. We have 11:16 to go, and the Vikings leading 16-13. Vikings 6 out of 14 from the field, 3 of which have come from beyond the three-point line, and all 3 of which have come off the hand of Troy Slaby. The Cheesemakers are 6 out of 10, 5 of 9 from inside the three-point line, and of course 1 out of 1 from beyond the three-point line. From the block, back to the outside now, Bartelt with it. Baseline drive through traffic. That's partially blocked by McGee, and then just ripped out of the hands, Kine, and then he promptly throws it away back to McGee. Long pass, and that'll be intercepted by Bartelt, and then knocked out of his hands by Shipper, but they'll say Monroe is the last to touch it.
Is number 11, Zettel, 15, Saudi, and number 20, Beaver. And back in for the Vikings is number 11, Max Fernholz.
Max Fernholz back in for the Vikings, and 3 subs back in for the Cheesemakers, as Troy Slaby has it for the Vikings. 10:43 to go in the first half. Brady Shipper with it for Stoughton between the circles. Here's Fernholz, and now Shipper. Shipper, free throw line, outside Fernholz. 3 on its way off the mark, and the rebound battled for, and it's going to be a foul on Kyle Goodman, and that'll be his first and the second team foul against the Vikings.
Stoughton fouls on number 24, Goodman, his first, team second.
Braden Zettel to inbound for the Cheesemakers on the baseline. Coach Nolan Weber down on the other end talking with one of the officials, explaining his position, probably explaining the player's position as well. Tyler Elmer, baseline pass, reverse layup good for Carter Saudi, and Carter's got 6, and it's 16-15 Vikings. 10:13 to play in the first half. Troy Slaby has the ball for the Vikings. Now Goodman with it. Goodman, zip pass into Shipper. Oh, nice pass down to the block to Tommy McLean, and that's his 4th point. 18-15 now. Vikings leading by 3 again. Just under 10 minutes to go in the half. Saudi around Goodman. Outside, down to the corner. A 3 is a little strong for Zettel. Brady Shipper has the rebound for the Vikings. And now Troy Slaby with it, top of the arc. Pull up 3 on the spot and drops it through. 16 for Slaby. 21-15. Vikings in front by a half dozen now. 9.5 minutes to play in the first half. Zettel, and over on the far sideline, Saudi with it. Saudi around McLean, shot no good. Slaby with the board. And Troy runs up the near sideline. Slaby through a double team. Now Goodman, jump stop in the lane. Slaby for 3 again. That's no good. Rebound on the weak side comes down to Shoemaker, and he's got it across the timeline. Shipper all over him. Shoemaker dishes it in the lane, taken away, and now Slaby quickly back to the other end, stops, dumps it in the lane to McLean, and puts it down. Wow, 23-15 now. McLean has 6, and there's 8:45 remaining here in the first half. Braden Zettel across the timeline, double teamed on the trap, and a reach-in foul against Slaby as he pleads his case to the official. Di Benedetto and Darvell Peoples back in for the Vikings. Alex Tordoff and Hunter Ward in for the first time now for the Cheesemakers. 8:37 time remaining here first half. Vikings leading 23-15. Hunter Ward with it, and now it's Elmer for the Cheesemakers. Elmer around Peoples, trapped in the corner now to the block. Nice dish back across, and put it up, blocked by McLean. The loose ball picked back up by Beaver. They'll try the block on the other side. That shot short, and Max Fernholz has the rebound. Shot, that last one taken by Tordoff. Peoples, immediate 3, a little strong. Rebound to Tordoff for Monroe. And he'll outlet to Zettel. On the baseline, up, good. 23-17, 8 minutes even to play. Long outlet pass down to the other end. McLean can't hold on to it. Hunter Ward pulls down the rebound. And down to the baseline, and a drive. That's blocked by McLean as he swats it over toward the Stoughton fans over there, the students, and McLean was last to touch it. Nick Hutcherson and Nate Kruger in for the Vikings. David Keegan in for the first time for the Cheesemakers, and coming into for the first time now is Hogan Edwards. 7:42 left to play here in the first half. Vikings up by 6, 23-17. Tordoff to inbound, comes out to the top of the arc for Edwards. And now Hunter Ward. Top of the arc again for Elmer. And now Edwards. Tordoff to the other side. 3 is an air ball. Hutcherson has a loose ball, and coming back the other way is Darvell Peoples. Jordan DiBenedetto with it on the wing. Peoples above the arc. Fernhold, so dump it down the corner. Hutcherson and Fernhold switch sides. Now Peoples with it, standing on the arc. Inside pass, bounced off of Krieger's face, and then he reaches in on I think what could almost be called a desperation foul there, as Kruger has his first, 4th team foul. Schumacher and Sadi back in for the Cheesemakers. 23-17. Kind of been stuck on that number here for a little while now. 7:08 left in the first half. And David Keegan has it for the Cheesemakers. Picks it up after he bounded the ball off the back of his leg. Sadi with it in the front court. Half-court trap. And that inside pass taken away by Hutcherson. Then a reach-in foul. And that's going to go, I think, against David Keegan, number 4. Yep, so that'll be his first and the 3rd team foul. 6:55 to play. Fernholtz inbounds to DiBenedetto. And Jordan trots across the timeline. Fernholtz near side wing. DiBenedetto with it back and moves back up above the arc, and that's kicked out of bounds by Edwards. Troy Slaby back in for the Vikings. Out goes Fernholtz. Hutcherson to inbound for the Vikings on the baseline. Got it into DiBenedetto through a triple team. Jordan forces a shot up, puts it down. He draws a foul, and he will go to the line to try and convert a 3-point play. Foul against number 5, Hogan Edwards, his first, 4th team foul. And DiBenedetto now with 3, and this would make it 4. Short, rebound tipped, and Tordoff has it for the Cheesemakers. 6:33 time remaining first half. Stopped at the top of the arc, near side, that is Schumacher. Edwards between the rings. Schumacher again on the near side wing, top of the arc for Keegan. Inside pass intercepted by Slaby. Slaby, long pass ahead to DiBenedetto. Down to the corner, now Hutcherson. Back to DiBenedetto in the corner. And Jordan to the rack. Missed. Rebound battled for, and it hit Keegan in the shoulder. Almost went out of bounds, but Tordoff was able to pick up the loose ball. We're just under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Vikings lead by 8. Into the corner, a 3 on its way. And that's good for Nick Schumacher. He has 6, and it's 25-20. Monroe now 2 out of 4 from beyond the 3-point line. Vikings 4 of 13. 5:38 left in the half. DiBenedetto on the wing for the Vikings. Stops, throws it out to Slaby. Slaby, a little crossover. DiBenedetto turns the corner, kicks it out to Hutcherson. That's going to be a 2, I think, and that shot no good. Rebound to David Keegan for Monroe. Keegan across the timeline. Peoples meets him there. He'll throw it into the corner. Tordoff for 3, and that's good. 2 in a row. 25-23. Tordoff has 7. And the Cheesemakers have cut the lead down to 2. Here's Slaby. Now Peoples with it. And DiBenedetto on the wing as we come up on 5 minutes remaining in the first half. DiBenedetto got stripped, got it back. Slaby in the corner for 3, and that's a little strong. Rebound tipped in the air. Hutcherson had it. He was whacked out of bounds. And last touch by Monroe, and Coach Nolan Weber is not at all happy, thinking that there may have been a foul there. As Kruger is out, Tommy McLean in for the Vikings, and looked like maybe 3 subs in for Monroe. Inbounds goes to Slaby. 4:50 left. Vikings leading 25-23. Nick Hutcherson with it on the near side wing. Now Peoples, Hutcherson hands it to Slaby. Hutcherson in the corner, thought about the three, pulls it down, heads to the rack, missed the little bunny layup. Rebound comes to Jake Kind, and he was triple teamed in the backcourt. Carter Sadi with it, and now dumps it in the corner for Tyler Elmer, and a long two is good. Sadi with the basket, and he's got 6, 25 all. 4:14, 13, and 12 to play. Monroe on an 8-0 run. Here's Slaby underneath, and he stops that run. It's now 27-25. Slaby's got 18. Sadi, and now that is Tyler Elmer with it. Elmer out on the far side wing. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Turnaround jumper from the block is short from Tostrud. And now DiBenedetto, coast to coast, missed. McLean cleans it up though. Tommy McLean has 8, and it's 29-25, 3:34 to go. Sadi on the near side wing. Bounce pass in. Oh my, wide open lane, and the shot missed by Kind. Slaby has the board, and a foul called on the drive. Foul on 12, Nick Schumacher, his second. I beg your pardon, his first. 5th team foul. I'm sure you can hear the Cheesemaker fans grousing and grumbling about the perceived touch foul there. Inbounds play to Troy Slaby. 3:20 to play. Vikings up by 4. They had led by as many as 9. And it is Brady Schipper outside. Fernholtz for 3. Got it. Max Fernholtz with the 3, and it's 32-25. 3:05 to play. On the other end, a 3 from Schumacher is no good. McLean had the rebound. DiBenedetto outside for Slaby. Slaby still with it over on the sideline. And now DiBenedetto, Fernholtz, and Schipper with it in the corner. DiBenedetto around traffic, dumps it inside for McLean, outside Schipper, wide open 3, short. DiBenedetto has a rebound and a foul called on the rebound against 25, Alex Tordoff. That's his first and the 16 foul. 2:39 remaining. 16 foul against Monroe. And Slaby to inbound for the Vikings. Into DiBenedetto at the block, got around traffic, ports it up off the glass and good. Jordan has 5 and the lead back out to 9, 34-25. So Vikings on a 9-0 run now. Just above the free throw line, Tordoff, and that jumper is good. 34-27. Tordoff has 9. 2:18, 17, and 16 to play in the first half. 34-27 Vikings. Slaby across the timeline. And a pull-up 3. No. It's cooled off a little bit from earlier in the half. And Schumacher has it for the Cheesemakers. Schumacher around Fernholtz. Dumps it out in the corner. A 3 on its way. That's off the front iron. Slaby's got the board. Long pass ahead. DiBenedetto caught it in stride. A foul called, and it'll head to the line for 2. Foul against 15, Carter Sadi. That's his first and the 7th team foul. Jordan DiBenedetto on the free throw line to try 2. Vikings 1 out of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And Monroe has not attempted a free throw yet in this contest. Jordan knocks down the free throw, so that gives him 6 tonight and makes our score 35-27. Second free throw, DiBenedetto hit them both, and it's now 36-27. 149, 48, and 47 to play in the first half. DiBenedetto has 7 on the evening. And in the corner, that is Braden Zettel. Top of the arc for Hunter Ward. Ward pull-up jumper from the block, may have been partially blocked. Foul called on the rebound on Zettel. DiBenedetto had the rebound, and he'll be heading to the line for a 1-and-1.
Monroe fouls on number 20, Beaver, his second.
I beg your pardon, it's Beaver. I thought Zettel had the foul, but it's Dylan Beaver with the foul. It's his second. And DiBenedetto on the line again. I think he's taken all of the free throws for the Vikings tonight. The 1-and-1, the first end of it is good, so the Vikings lead is out to 10 now at 37-27.
In for Monroe is number 42, Bartelt. Replacing Beaver.
Second free throw coming. Bartelt into the lineup, by the way, for the Cheesemakers. Minute 33 left. 2 free throws for DiBenedetto. He has 9, and it is an 11-point Viking lead. Tordov to the block and zips it across. Bartelt with it, and that pass deflected. Here's Tommy McLean ahead of the pack. Oh, he got stripped from behind and then saves it, but it goes to Fernholtz now to Slaby, and he'll score from the left side. 40-27. 1:06 left, and Slaby has 20. Hunter Ward inside Bartelt. Zettel on the near side wing. 3 is no good. And Ward has the rebound. Ward puts it back. High off the glass, no good. Fernholtz has the board. Fernholtz stops, pops from the wing for 3, and that is no good. DiBenedetto skies for the board. Put back off a couple of circus moves, and that's no good. 36, 35, 34 seconds left. Zettel, near side Bartelt on the wing. 30 seconds to play. And out above the arc is Ward. Inside Zettel, and that's a bump from behind on Brady Schipper. And Schipper picks up his second, 5th team foul. 24.5 seconds left. Inbounds play, Zettel at the block. DiBenedetto on him. Zettel into the lane and scores. 4 for Braden, 40-29. 15, 14, 13 seconds left. And Slaby's lopes across the half-court line. Slaby to the block, pulls back. 2 is short. And we have 1, none. Oh, it lost the handle on it. Tordov was going to take the shot just inside the arc at the buzzer, but ball slipped out of his hands and ended up on the floor. So we have reached the end of the first half with our score, the Vikings 40 and the Monroe Cheesemakers 29. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Second half coming up. This is high school boys basketball, the Badger South Conference on WSTO TV. Welcome back to Stoughton High School for the second half between the Cheesemakers and the
Stoughton and Monroe, you together donated $2,318.13.
Wow.
Thank you so very much for your generosity.
So they just announced that there was over $2,300 to Monroe on the donations tonight. So an incredible showing by the Stoughton fans, of course, the Monroe fans, and then Monroe fans sitting just down to my left. Here's Fernholtz for 3. That was no good. McLean has a rebound. Slaby down the right side of the lane. Foul called. He'll head to the line for 2. So an incredible showing by the faithful here at the at Stoughton High School, and the Monroe fans sitting just to my left here in the stands. They all stood up and gave a standing ovation for the assistants, and it's a touching moment. And you know, of course, basketball and sports and everything, that's all got its place. But you know, in a tragic situation, it really kind of makes things apparent as to the most important things in life. And you know, it's good to see the Badger South community and kind of southern Wisconsin come together here for the Cheesemakers in a time of terrific sorrow, I would think. So Slaby hits 2 free throws, 42-29, and Slaby has 22 points now tonight. Alex Tordoff with it here on the near side wing. Baseline drive around Fernholz, and a foul called on the shot, I believe. And Fernholz with the foul, his first team foul here in the second half. And Tordoff on the line to try 2 free throws. This is the first free throw attempt of the night for the Cheesemakers. They shot 13 of 30 from the field in the first half, 3 of 8 from beyond the three-point line. Vikings 5 of 19 from beyond the arc in the first half. And it is now 42-31 as Tordoff hits both free throws, and it is Tordoff has 11 on the evening. Peoples to McLean, Peoples, and now Fernholz. Darvell with it again. Slaby hands it to DiBenedetto, splits the defense, left it short again. We saw that a couple of times in the first half and in the last game as well. Tyler Elmer has it for the Cheesemakers. That pass is going to be out of bounds, last touched off of the foot of one of the Cheesemaker players. 16:47 to go in the game. Slaby, pass ahead to McLean. You'll recall that McLean did not start the first half. Kruger started in place of him. Fernholz with the shot. That was short or long, and the rebound comes down to the Cheesemakers. Free throw line. Saudi off the glass. Nice shot there. 42-33, and Saudi has 10. Fernholz. No look pass inside McLean. Oh, way too strong. Up one side, down the other. And now back on the other end, Tyler Elmer puts it in from the left side, and the lead down to 7, 42-35. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the second half. Fernholz, DiBenedetto, and Fernholz, Peoples with it above the arc. Moves into the lane for McLean. Fernholz winds up for 3, and that's no good. The rebound saved by McLean, and it'll be taken by Tyler Elmer for Monroe. Carter Saudi, long pass ahead to Zettel. Zettel, inside pass, got to Tordoff, but he couldn't handle the pass. It trickles out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Vikings. 15:27 to go in the second half. Darvell Peoples with it. Peoples hands it to DiBenedetto, and shot way too strong. And DiBenedetto heads to the line for 2. Foul against 20, Dylan Beaver. That's his third and the second team foul.
Shooting 2 for Stoughton, number 4, DiBenedetto.
Jordan DiBenedetto on the free throw line. Free throw is missed. So DiBenedetto with 9 now.
Back into Monroe is number 5, Edwards, and number 34, Tostrud. Replacing Beaver.
Tostrud and Edwards back into the lineup. Second free throw no good. Peoples touches the rebound out to the corner. Fernholz inside Slaby off the left side. No, got it back. Put back is good. And Slaby has 24. It's 44-35. Approaching 15 minutes to play here in the second half. Saudi to the block and gets the bank, and it's 44-37. Saudi has a dozen now. Fernholz, Peoples from the wing for 3. Got it. Darvell Peoples, his first basket tonight, and it's 47-37. So a flurry of scoring here in the last minute or so. Free throw line. Tordoff back out above the arc for Saudi. Saudi stops, pops, and can't get the roll. Rebound saved, but not quite as he's stepped out of bounds. McLean, pull-up jumper in the lane. Boy, got the sharp bank off the glass, and it's McLean's 10th point, 49-37. Down to the corner. Top of the arc, free throw line, down the lane, left-hand layup, no good. And McLean airmails it to Slaby from the right side. Foul called. And the basket counts. And then a foul away from the ball. Tyler Elmer with the foul, his second. Third team foul. Slaby inbounds to McLean. Slaby far side on the wing. McLean has it. Darvell Peoples near side wing. Out to the corner. Fernholz for three. Got it. Fernholz has 6, and it's 54-37. A timeout called by Monroe. 13:33 to play in the second half. We've got a full timeout now, and Monroe trailing by, again, a score of 54-37. We understand nothing necessarily that McLean had done or not done or whatever. He didn't start tonight due to too many seniors is the word that we got. So that's why Nate Kruger was starting.
All 14 of their wrestlers to this Saturday's individual sectional tournament, which will be played at Janesville Craig High School. Also want to give a shout out to our boys 400 freestyle relay.
13:33, time remaining here in the second half.
Who advanced on to the WIAA state swimming meets. The team will swim Friday night at the Natatorium in Madison. Good luck, Charlie.
Vikings now 20 of 50 from the field, 7 of 23 from beyond the three-point line, and Monroe is 16 of 36. They're 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. Alex Tordoff to inbound for Monroe as the Vikings lead by a 54-37 count. Schumacher, Edwards, and that's Tostrud. Schumacher for 3, that's no good. Edwards will track it down in the corner. And now Tostrud with it way above the arc. Tordoff had it poked out of his hands. Edwards has it now. And Saudi approaching 13 minutes. And a foul called. Basket counts. Foul against number 10, Darvell Peoples. That's his first and second team foul. Carter Saudi on the line to try the three-point play as he has 14 at the moment. Oh, and still has 14 as they missed the free throw. That's the first missed free throw tonight for the Cheesemakers. Here's Slaby. Nope. And the rebound comes down to Schumacher. Outlet pass to Saudi. Saudi, free throw line, pull-up jumper is good. Saudi has 16, and it's 54-41. 12:45 left. Tommy McLean into the front court. Shipper, and now Peoples over on the far side. Slaby. And outside Shipper for 3. Nope. And DiBenedetto cleans up the rebound. Jordan's got 11. 56-41. 12:20 to go. Foul called on Peoples on the other end. Foul against Darvell Peoples, his second, third team foul. And Jonah Tostrud on the line to try 2 free throws. First one rattles through. It's 56-41. Aiden McGee back in for the Vikings. Darvell People sits down. Second free throw is good, too, for Tostrud, so he's got 2, and it's a 56-43 game. Aiden McGee in the backcourt. Trapp picked up his dribble. In trouble. Bounced ahead to Shipper. Now Slavy near side. Into the middle for McGee, to the block, off the glass, and good. McGee for 2, and it's 58-43 with 12 minutes to go. Saudi, little floating jumper, that's no good at the block. Slavy has a loose rebound, over the shoulder pass to DiBenedetto, foul called, and the basket counts. And Jordan has 13 and a chance at 14. Foul on Hogan Edwards, his first. Second, beg your pardon. 14 foul. DiBenedetto on the line to try and convert a three-point play.
Replacing Edwards. And Saudi. DiBenedetto's at the line, shooting 1.
DiBenedetto's free throw is good. Vikings 8 of 12 from the line tonight, and I think DiBenedetto is responsible for most of them. He has 14 points and a steal here. Jordan, gets bumped from behind, down he goes. Foul against 25, Alex Tordoff. That's his second, and the 15th foul. DiBenedetto back to the line again.
Shooting 2.
Free throw is good. DiBenedetto now has 15, and it's 62-43. Hutcherson's going to check in for the Vikings for DiBenedetto, assuming a made free throw here. And it is. So 63-43. Hutcherson in, DiBenedetto out. DiBenedetto is 8 of 12 from the free throw line tonight, and that shot is good for Tordoff. So Tordoff has 13, coming up close to his season average. Jump stop Slavy, now McLean up and good. Tommy McLean scores, he's got 12, and it's 65-45, 11-12 to play. McLean with the steal, now the foot race back to the other end. McLean to the rack, missed, and Slavy with the rebound, missed. Got his own rebound, put back, may have been fouled. Ball batted in the air, Brady Shipper has it. Outside, Slavy thought about the three. Offensive foul called on Troy Slavy. Slavy's second. A chaotic sequence there as Kyle Goodman is in for the Vikings. Braden Zettel and Jake Kine back into the Cheesemakers lineup. And Carter Saudi also in. 10:55 to play in the second half. Vikings leading by 20, 65-45. And Saudi over to Elmer, Tyler Elmer with it, to the block, through a double team, and that's going to be a block. Foul against 5, Aiden McGee, that's his first, 5th team foul. And that will send Tyler Elmer to the free throw line for 2. First one good, so Elmer's got 3. And Alex Tordoff back into the lineup. Second free throw, no good. McGee had the rebound. Brady Shipper runs the floor for the Vikings. Shipper out to McGee, traveled. Turnover by the Vikings. 10:33 left. Monroe calls a timeout here, 30-second timeout. 10:33 remaining in the second half. And it is the Vikings leading 65-46. A reminder for you, our next boys basketball game will come your way, and actually our last boys basketball game of the season will come your way on Friday when the Vikings host Milton, and that'll be a 7:30 start here at Stoughton High School. Hope you can join us for that game. And again, that's Milton here against the Vikings Friday night, which is the 17th of February. And again, 7:30 start time here at Stoughton High School. And it'll be along your WSTO television channel. And also WSTO.TV, I might add. 10:33 to play in the second half. Vikings leading by 19. Carter Soddy with it just across the half-court line. Brady Shipper stares at him. And now Jake Kind with it. Down to the corner for Zettel. Zip pass across the floor to Soddy. Pull-up jumper in the lane is good. And Carter has 18 points tonight, and it's 65-48. Soddy's well above his season average of 10.1, third leading scorer on the team. Hutcherson on the wing for the Vikings. Bounce pass to Goodman. Goodman spins down to the baseline, and that pass is airmailed over the fingertips of Brady Shipper into the second row stands. And we are just under 10 minutes to play in the game. 65-48 Vikings now. And it will be Carter Soddy with it for Monroe. Jake Kind on the far sideline. Stops, got rid of Slaby, and scores. Kind has 4, and the Cheesemakers have hit 50. 65-50, 9:38 left. Hutcherson, and now Shipper. Free throw line, outside Goodman. Slaby has it on a handoff. 9:25 left. Slaby, a little crossover, free throw line jumper, nope. And that's going to be a foul on Kyle Goodman as he whipped barred Tyler Elmer to the floor. So Goodman's second, 6-team foul. Carter Soddy runs the floor for the Cheesemakers. Tyler Elmer with it now. And Zettel on the wing. Zettel to the block and around traffic. No. Offensive rebound, and the putback partially blocked by Goodman. And now Slaby. Slaby gives it to Shipper. Under 9 to play in the game. Hutcherson far side. On the wing. Now Shipper. Shipper outside for Hutcherson again. And now Aiden McGee on the wing. Hutcherson again, top of the arc. Slaby's got it near side. Slaby, free throw line. Back outside for McGee. And Hutcherson into the block for Goodman. Outside Shipper for 2, or no, I guess it was a 3. Offensive rebound, McGee got inside position and scores. Aiden McGee has 4, and it's 67-50. 8:20 to play. Pull-up jumper on the other end is good for Tordoff, and that's 15 for him. 67-52. 8:14 to play. And this is Troy Slaby. Eyeballing, adding to his point total tonight. Kicked out to Hutcherson in the corner. Boy, had nobody within about 4 feet of him out there, and Hutcherson calmly knocks down the 3. And it's 70-52. On the other end, 3 from Zettel rolls through. 70-55. And a timeout called. It's a full timeout, so the Vikings leading 70-55. 7:48 time remaining here. Taking a look. Taking a look at our shooting tonight. Monroe field goals, 23 of 49, 4 of 10 from beyond the three-point line. They're 5 of 7 from the free throw line. The Vikings, 26 of 63. They are 8 of 26 from beyond the three-point line. And they are 10 of 14 from the free throw line. 26 three-pointers. 7:48, time remaining here in the second half. Vikings in front, 70-55. So coming out of the timeout, it's going to be DiBenedetto, Fernholz, Slaby, Shipper, and Kyle Goodman. Elmer, Zettel, Saudi, Dylan Beaver, and Alex Tordoff for the Cheesemakers. And Monroe will apply a little pressure here with 7:45 to play. And Brady trots across the timeline from our left to right. Shipper, Fernholz with it. And Shipper has it. And DiBenedetto on the wing, down to Shipper. Inside pass, Kyle Goodman scores. And Kyle's got two, 72-55, 7:26 to play. Saudi against Shipper. Saudi, and a foul called away from the ball. Dylan Beaver with the hook on the other end, and so that is his fourth, sixth team foul. Inbounds play to Troy Slaby. On the wing, directing traffic, and now DiBenedetto. Fernholz near side. And DiBenedetto with it. Approaching 7 minutes remaining in the game. Shipper to the block, dump across to Goodman, and he'll score. Kyle's got four, and it's 74-55, 6:57 to play in the game. Dylan Beaver with it, into the lane, stops there, kicks it out to the corner. Zettel for three again, that's a little strong. Goodman has the rebound, and now Slaby runs for the Vikings. Troy to the top of the arc, down to the block, fouled on the, let's see, are they going to call it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter if they call it on the drive or the shot, because that's the seventh team foul. Braden Zettel with the foul, that's his second, seventh team foul. And Slaby on the line for a one, I guess they are calling it on the shot, so it's a two-shot foul. First one good, 74-55, 75-55, sorry. Second free throw is good, and it's now 76-55, and Slaby has 28 tonight. 6:36 left. Schumacher to Tyler Elmer on the wing. Elmer bounce pass to the block, taken away by DiBenedetto. Fernholz has it, and Jordan gets it back. DiBenedetto, free throw line, back outside for Fernholz. Slaby with it. DiBenedetto. And Jordan to the rack. Offensive foul call. DiBenedetto with his first, seventh team foul. 6:08, 6:07, and 6:06 left in the contest. Schumacher, near side, Tordoff to the block, and scores nicely. Good change of direction in the air. Shipper outside, DiBenedetto, a long two. Good. DiBenedetto with 18 tonight. 5:45 left, 78-57. Schumacher with it again. Down to the into the corner for Beaver. And Schumacher has it back on the wing. Here's a three. Nope. And Slaby has the board with 5.5 to go. Slaby, top of the arc. Near side, Shipper. Into the lane, jump pass across. Fernholz for three. That's in and out. And then a foul called on Kruger. That's his second. 8th team foul. Shipper out, Peoples in for the Vikings. And a couple of subs in for Monroe as well. Nick Schumacher on the line to try a 1-and-1 with 5:17 to play. Schumacher with 6 tonight and now has 7, as it is now 78-58. Second one short. Darvell Peoples has the rebound. And we welcome those of you watching other programming. James Weingard with you from Stoughton High School. This is Badger South Conference Boys Basketball between the Vikings and the Monroe Cheesemakers. Vikings leading by a score of 78-58. We have 5 minutes remaining in the game. And Jordan DiBenedetto with the ball. DiBenedetto pushed ahead to Fernholtz, who winds up for a long two, and that was good. So Fernholtz now with 8, and it's 80-58. 4:42 to play. Tyler Elmer, inside pass. Nice look there to Tostrud. No good. Got his own rebound, and the putback is good. Tostrud now with 4, and it's 80-60. We tick under 4.5 minutes to go. Slaby inside for Kruger, and Kruger is fouled on the floor. Tyler Elmer with the foul, that's his third, and the 8th team foul, so that'll put Nate Kruger on the line to try a 1-and-1. Troy Slaby with 28 points tonight for the Vikings, Jordan DiBenedetto with 18, Alex Tordoff with 17 for Monroe, and Carter Sadi with 18 points for the Cheesemakers. The free throw is short, and the rebound comes down to Schumacher for the Cheesemakers. Out to the corner, a 3 is good for Tordoff, and he hits 20. I beg your pardon, they called it a 2, so it's 80-62. Here's Slaby, in and out on the shot, that's no good, and Kruger with another foul. So Kruger picked up the foul, his third, 9th team foul. And Tommy McLean in, Kruger out for the Vikings. Nick Schumacher on the free throw line for the Cheesemakers. The Cheesemakers 6 of 9, now 7 of 10 from the free throw line. And that makes the score 80-63. Second one good, 80-64. Monroe calls a timeout. So it's a full timeout, 80-64 our score. And for the Cheesemakers now, 26 of 56 from the field. Inside the three-point line, they're 22 of 44 and 4 of 12 from beyond the three-point line. They are 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Vikings are 31 out of 72 from the field. They are 23 of 45 from inside the three-point line, 8 of 27 from beyond the arc, and 12 of 17 from the free throw line. So the Vikings leading 80-64. And coming out of the timeout, Max Fernholtz, Jordan DiBenedetto, Troy Slaby, Darvell Peoples, and Tommy McLean for the Vikings. We're just under 4 minutes to play. 3:58 is the time remaining here in this one. Fernholtz inbounds to Peoples. Peoples turns the corner up the far sideline, stops there, quickly picked his dribble up. Fernholtz over on the far sideline, but Monroe knocked it out of bounds first. And so it'll be the Vikings ball over on the sideline and into Tommy McLean. Peoples with it. DiBenedetto out here and over to Slaby for 3. Nope. And the rebound is taken by Monroe. David Keegan for 3. That's off the front iron. Ball's in the air. Now DiBenedetto able to get the dribble all the way back to the other end. DiBenedetto gets dropped to the floor. Carter Sadi with the foul. That'll be his second. Both teams now with 9 team fouls, and Di Benedetto on the line to try two free throws. First one good. It gives Jordan 19 points tonight. And Brady Shipper back in for the Vikings. Out goes Darvell Peoples. Braden Zettel back in for Monroe. And out goes Dylan Beaver. 3:21 left. Second free throw is no good. Rebound comes down to Keegan for the Cheesemakers. Zip pass across, but that was batted out of bounds and almost into the hallway by Shipper. 3:15 to play. Vikings leading 81-64. Inbounds comes up above the arc to Zettel. Keegan out to the corner for Sadi. Pull-up jumper from the block. That's a little strong. 2 Cheesemakers there with the rebound. The putback no good for Tordoff, and Di Benedetto has it. He's going to run. Jordan into the lane. Hands it to McLean. Zips it out to Slaby. And now McLean with it. 2:53 to play. Slaby fouled from behind. Foul against 25, Alex Tordoff. That is 3 on him, 10th team foul, and that'll put Slaby on the line for 2 free throws. First one good, so Slaby has 29, and it's 82-64. And Slaby hits 30. 83-64. 2:45 to go. Tordoff, near side for Tostrud. Zettel and Tordoff again. Tordoff to the block, jump stop in the lane, scores on the right side. And Tordoff was having a pretty nice night too, actually very nice night. He's got 21. 2:24 to go. Nice pass inside. McLean with the foul and the basket. And McLean will head to the line to try and convert a 3-point play. Sadi with the foul, that's his third. Ross Oxenrider in for Monroe. We get some bench players coming in now on either side. So Sean McLowry, Aiden McGee, Hutcherson in for the Vikings. McLean's free throw is no good, and the rebound comes down to Monroe. David Keegan has it, and this is a drive by Tostrud on the baseline, no good. McLean pulls down the board, lobs it to Fernholz. 2:10 to play in the game. Sean McLaury into the front court. Long pass down to McGee for 3, no good. And Fernholz pulls down the board over on this near side. And Hutcherson, and he'll take the 3, and that's partially blocked. McLean's got it back. He'll try Sean McLaury on the other side for 3, and he hits it. Sean McLaury for 3, and it's 88-66. Near side, Zettel for 3, that's short. Weak side board, Oxenrider. Out to the wing, 1:40 left. Sadi, inside Zettel, off the glass, good. Zettel has 9, and it's 88-68. Minute and a half to play. McLaury up ahead for Hutcherson, down to the corner for McLean. Lobs it way outside from McLaury, and we've got a timeout called. So just a substitution timeout.
Checking in for Stoughton will be number 20, Tyler Anderson, and number 25, Derek Gilbertson.
Tyler Anderson and Derek Gilbertson in for the Vikings. McLaury's got the inbounds into the backcourt. 1:20, 19, and 18 to play. And a foul called on Alex Tordoff. That'll send Sean McLaury onto the free throw line for 2. McLaury has 3 tonight, hitting a 3-pointer a short time ago. First free throw a little strong.
In for Monroe's number 3, Meyer, number 33, Hugh, and number 21, Space. And in for the Vikings is number 15, Graffine.
David Graffine in for the Vikings. 1:18 to play. McGlory hits a second free throw, and so that gives him 4 tonight, and it's 89-68 with 1:15 to go. Keegan gets it back in the corner, winds up for 3. That's no good. Weak side rebound battled for, and Jacob Meyer has it, and that goes to Skays. Outside 3, that's no good. Keegan had the rebound tipped out of his hands, and McGlory has it. McGlory, long pass ahead up the far side. Inside pass now for Gilbertson. Turnaround shot is good for Gilbertson, and that's his first basket. 91-68, 42-41, 40 seconds left. Out to the corner, along 2, that's no good. And Graffine has it for the Vikings. 30 seconds left, and Vikings will play keep away here for the last 22, 21, and 20 seconds. McGlory with it, and he'll just come over here to the score, almost to the scorer's table. We're down to 10 seconds to go, and this one will come to an end with the Vikings winning by a score of 91-68. So with the win, the Vikings improved to 8-1 in the Badger South Conference. They're now 16-3 overall. Monroe drops to 4-6 in the conference, and they are now 9-10 overall. And taking a look at our scoring summary, first for Monroe, Alex Tordoff with 21 points, Carter Soddy with 18, Zettel had 9, Schumacher with 9, Jake Kind with 4, Tostrud with 4, and Tyler Elmer with 3. That totals up to 68. The Cheesemakers shot 24 of 49 from the field, 4 of 15 from three-point land, and 8 of 11 from the free throw line. For the Vikings tonight, it was Troy Slaby with 30, 19 for Jordan DiBenedetto, Tommy McLean had 14, Max Fernholz with 8, Sean McGlory with 4, Aiden McGee with 4, Kyle Goodman also with 4, Hutcherson and Peoples with 3 apiece, and Derek Gilbertson had 2. That totals up to 91, and the Vikings shot 33 of 79 from the from the field, 24 of 48 from inside the two-point line, 9 of 31 from beyond the three-point line, and a robust 67%, 16 out of 24 from the free throw line. And again, our final score here tonight, Vikings 91 and the Cheesemakers 68. Our next basketball game will come your way on Friday when the Vikings will host the Milton Redhawks, and we'll have that one for you on Friday night at 7:30 here on WSTO TV. And as always, we want to thank our crew, Christy producing and directing out in the back room over there with the graphics, and then Riley upstairs on camera. Thanks to Kevin, my buddy up here, helping out with stats when we switched over to basketball, and then, of course, last fall in football. Before we go, a quick note. It's been a tough week, of course, for the Cheesemakers, and our thoughts and our hearts and our prayers go out to Monroe and the school and the families all associated and affected by the tragedy of last week when the 3 students lost their lives in the car wreck. They will not be forgotten, and we wish them all the very best going forward. This has been a presentation of WSTO Sports. For more, go online, WSTO.tv. We'll see you Friday for more sports. Till then, James Weingart from Stoughton High School. Good night, and thanks for watching.
This broadcast of Stoughton High School Boys Basketball is brought to you through generous support of these WSTO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. The UPS Store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The three things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSTO programming. Radio Shack and Hanson Electronics of Stoughton. Your local U.S. Cellular and Dish Network authorized dealer. Pizza Pit of Stoughton, a proud supporter of WSTO programming and the official pizza of WSTO's staff.